Have you ever wondered how some people seem to manifest their desires as easily as breathing, while others struggle for years without results? Well, it all begins with the intriguing concept of the law of attraction, a principle suggesting that our thoughts, both conscious and unconscious, affect our reality, that we, as individuals, have the power to shape our world through our mind. An enticing idea, isn't it? To think that we hold the reins to our destiny. Yet for some, this law of attraction seems to be an elusive, slippery eel. Despite their best efforts, despite their affirmations and visualizations, their desires seem to remain just out of reach. They plant seeds of intentions, water them with positive thoughts, yet the plants of their desires refuse to bloom. Enter Neville Goddard, a profound thinker and teacher of the mid-20th century. Goddard proposed a different perspective on this enigma of attraction. He taught that reality is not just influenced by our thoughts, but it is created by them. Our imagination, he believed, is the true architect of our world. A bold claim indeed, but one that has resonated with many seekers of truth and manifestation. Let's consider our protagonist, a person who's been trying to harness the law of attraction without success. They've read the books, attended the seminars, crafted the vision boards, yet their reality remains stubbornly unchanged. Frustration begins to set in, casting a shadow over their once bright optimism. But then they stumble upon the teachings of Neville Goddard. Intrigued by this fresh perspective, they delve deeper into his work, hoping to unlock the secrets of successful manifestation. Goddard's teachings offer a glimmer of hope, a potential way to bridge the gap between their current reality and their desired one. And so our protagonist's journey to understanding begins with the teachings of Neville Goddard. The road ahead is steep and winding, but they're ready to embark on this transformative journey, armed with the wisdom of Goddard and the resilience of their own spirit. Neville Goddard, a profound spiritual teacher of the 20th century, proposed a different perspective on manifesting our desires. Born in Barbados, Goddard moved to New York City in the early 1920s to study drama and metaphysics. He would eventually become one of the most influential philosophical minds of the past century. His teachings revolve around the power of imagination and its role in shaping reality. One cornerstone of Goddard's teachings is the concept that everyone is you pushed out. It's a fascinating idea that suggests that everyone we encounter is a reflection of our own consciousness. It means that our perceptions, beliefs, and expectations are mirrored back to us through the people we meet. If we harbor negativity within ourselves, we'll likely see it reflected in those around us. Conversely, if we cultivate positivity, we'll see that echoed back as well. Another key principle of Goddard's philosophy is living in the end. This concept encourages us to envision our desired outcomes as already accomplished. We're not just imagining the end result, we are living and embodying it in our minds. It's not about wanting or wishing. It's about fully immersing ourselves in the feeling of our desires being fulfilled. Our protagonist, intrigued by these teachings, plunges into the exploration of Goddard's philosophy. They begin to realize that their reality is not set in stone, but rather a fluid construct of their own imagination. They start to see that their thoughts and beliefs are not just abstract concepts in their mind, but powerful forces that shape their external world. Goddard's teachings challenge the conventional wisdom of attraction, offering a unique perspective on how we can manifest our desires. It's not about attracting something from outside, but rather about cultivating it from within. As our protagonist dives deeper into Goddard's teachings, they begin to see their world in a new light. They realize that they hold the power to create their reality. The world around them is a canvas, and they are the artist, wielding the brush of imagination. It's a transformative realization that opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. With their newfound understanding, our protagonist revisits the law of attraction. Now, with the teachings of Neville Goddard fresh in their mind, they approach this universal law from a different perspective. The law of attraction, as we know, operates on the principle that like attracts like. It's the belief that by focusing on positive or negative thoughts, one can bring about positive or negative experiences. But how does this align with Goddard's teachings? Goddard's approach is less about attracting and more about creating. It's not just about what we want, but who we become in the process of manifesting. This is where the law of attraction and Goddard's teachings intersect. Both agree that our thoughts play a crucial role in shaping our reality. However, Goddard goes a step further. He emphasizes the importance of feeling and embodying the state of the desired outcome. It's not enough to merely think about what you want. You must feel as if you already have it. This is where our protagonist's approach to manifesting begins to change. Rather than simply focusing on their desires, they begin to feel and live in the state of their fulfilled desires. They start to understand that it's not about attracting something into their life, but rather about aligning themselves with the reality in which their desire is already fulfilled. But how does this differ from the law of attraction? Well, the key difference lies in the process. While the law of attraction is often portrayed as a way to attract things into your life, Goddard's teaching suggests that we are not attracting, but rather selecting a reality that already exists in our imagination. So our protagonist's journey with the law of attraction evolves. They no longer seek to attract their desires, but instead, they embody the state of their desires being fulfilled. They understand that their power to manifest lies within their ability to select and embody their desired reality. The protagonist's journey has led them to a deeper understanding of their own power to manifest their desires. This journey has not only changed their perception of the law of attraction, but also transformed their approach to manifesting their desires. But what is it that truly fuels our ability to manifest our desires? Well, let's dive into the heart of it all. Belief. It's a potent force, a catalyst that propels us to achieve the unimaginable. This is a common thread that runs through both Neville Goddard's teachings and the law of attraction. Think of belief as the fuel and the engine of manifestation. Without it, we're like a car without gasoline, unable to move forward no matter how hard we try. But with belief, we're a finely tuned machine, ready to conquer any road ahead. Now let's consider our protagonist. Once upon a time, they were a skeptic, their mind a fortress of doubts. The world of manifestation seemed like a far-fetched fantasy, a realm of wishful thinking. But then they stumbled upon the teachings of Neville Goddard and the law of attraction. Intrigued and hopeful, they began to explore these concepts, immersing themselves in the philosophy of shaping their own reality. Slowly, their skepticism started to crumble, making way for a newfound belief. As their belief grew, so did their power to manifest. It was as if they had unlocked a hidden part of themselves, a part that held the key to their desires. They started to see changes, subtle at first, then more pronounced. Their reality began to shift, aligning with their beliefs and desires. This transformation didn't happen overnight. It was a journey, a process of embracing belief and allowing it to shape their reality. It was about understanding that they were not mere spectators in their life, but active creators, capable of manifesting their desires. And so, our protagonist's story stands as a testament to the power of belief. It's a vivid illustration of how our beliefs can shape our reality, how they can turn the abstract into the tangible. In the end, whether we're discussing Neville Goddard's teachings or the law of attraction, belief is the cornerstone. It's the engine that powers our manifestations, the fuel that drives us toward our desires. Our protagonist's story shows us that belief is the engine that powers our manifestations. So, what can we learn from our protagonist's journey and the teachings of Neville Goddard? Well, our journey through the world of metaphysical teachings has led us to some intriguing crossroads. We've delved into the law of attraction, a concept that has gained popularity in recent years, suggesting that our thoughts and feelings send vibrational frequencies out into the universe, which then responds by giving us more of what we focus on. This concept is simple and powerful, but it can sometimes lead to a passive approach, where we're waiting for the universe to deliver. On the other hand, we've explored the teachings of Neville Goddard, a man who emphasized the power of our imagination and belief in shaping our reality. For Neville, it was less about attracting things to us and more about actively creating our reality through the power of our imagination and feeling. His teachings urge us to step into the version of ourselves that already has what we desire, to live from that state until it manifests in our physical world. While both teachings hold the premise that we are powerful creators, they differ in their approach. The law of attraction encourages us to feel good now to attract what we want, while Neville Goddard urges us to feel as if our desires are already fulfilled. Yet they both converge on one fundamental point: the power of our beliefs. Whether we're attracting or imagining, the key is to believe in the possibility of our desires coming to fruition. Our beliefs shape our reality more than we often realize. In essence, these teachings serve as a reminder that we are not passive observers of our lives, but active participants in creating our reality. They challenge us to examine our beliefs, to cultivate a mindset of abundance, and to take responsibility for the life we're experiencing. The key to successful manifesting lies not just in the techniques we use, but in the beliefs we hold about ourselves and our world. So let's step into our power, believe in our limitless potential, and create the life we truly desire.